The October 25th heavyweight showdown between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley proved to be quite a battle of spirits and chins, as Wardley prevailed with an 11th round TKO stoppage over Joseph Parker, an unexpected turn of events. Let's talk about the fight and what could be next. When Joseph Parker entered the O2 Arena in the UK on Saturday, October 25th, he was a heavy favorite over formerly titled white collar fighter in Fabio Wardley, with the winner opting to face the possibility of Alexander Usyk sometime in early 2026. The fight started out with both men challenging one another with the jab, and both were landing their jabs. There was not a lot of missing as these men were pounding one another, looking to establish themselves as forces of nature. Although Parker came in 20 pounds heavier than Wardley, who weighed in at 241, we noticed that the two men were striking in their abilities to make contact, and it was Wardley who actually struck first. I think it was early in the second round or late in the second round when he cracked Joseph Parker with one of his awesome vaunted right hands that had Parker really in serious trouble early in the fight. Many people had thought that the experience of Joseph Parker would speak volumes against the inexperienced Wardley, as far as the fact that he hadn't had a lot of amateur fights and basically has been learning on the job as a pro. But it turns out that Fabio Wardley is a quick study when it comes to learning on the job as far as being a professional heavyweight. Being trained by Ben Davison allows him a luxury of working with guys that are definitely worth a challenge in the gym. So Wardley, who was unafraid of Joseph Parker's alleged, if you want to call it, reputation, he took the fight to him early. And Parker, who didn't show the ring smarts that he might have wanted him to do, fought valiantly against Wardley, catching him oftentimes with unsuspecting shots because Parker has good hand speed, even carrying the 262 pounds that he entered the ring with. However, Wardley was unafraid of the contact, proving once again in a match against another heavier man that he is willing to go through the fire to get his point across. Parker found that out very quickly and resumed boxing more than trying to knock Wardley out. But as the rounds continued forward, you could see that Parker, who was establishing some sort of a dominance as far as putting rounds together, was getting comfortable with the fact that he could win this, even jabbing, catching Wardley with odd shots. But Wardley's defense of being able to ride punches to turn his body and head where he doesn't take the full blast of a shot was something that was frustrating Joseph Parker. Though he is supposed to not have much experience, you could see that Wardley was intelligent in there. And though Parker was successful with landing shots from time to time, he was never noted as a knockout puncher. And Wardley has shown us on more than a couple of occasions that he can take a great shot and has a tremendous beard. So, as the fight began to approach the later rounds, you could see that Fabio was beginning to establish more aggression. At one point, even challenging Joseph Parker to step to him. Now, that left Parker, who ended the fight now with his record of 36 wins, 4 losses, and 24 KOs, having now been stopped twice in his career with unanswered questions of if he had been able to do the proper thing, like tie Wardley up when he was in trouble, such as Wardley did with him when he had nailed Wardley a good shot, or began to try to run a succession of combinations. Wardley would tie Joseph Parker up. When he hurt Parker early in the fight, Parker spit out a mouthpiece on the canvas, and the referee immediately broke the action, taking away the advantages that Wardley had at the moment, including the fact that Andy Lee was up on the ring apron. But alas, Wardley was able to face and fight through everything that was an obstacle, and he began to nail Parker with shots that would be detrimental to the outcome of the fight. Parker tried to be brave, tried to pretend that he was on good standing, but you could see that Wardley was starting to finally get to him. The punching power and the stamina of Fabio Wardley proved to be more than Lee or Parker had assumed going into the fight. Fabio Wardley has never shown a lack of conditioning, and so as the 10th round was ending, he was taking an onslaught from Wardley that had Parker on Queer Street, ending the round. But it was early in the 11th that Wardley followed up and went for broke. After a devastating uppercut, he followed it up with a volley of shots that had the referee stop the fight, tabbing Fabio the winner of the match. And Fabio fell out to the canvas, overjoyed that he had conquered his opponent and actually delivered on his promise. So Fabio Wardley is now in a great position, as his record now is 30-0 with 1 draw and 19 KOs, as a prospect looking ahead to the likes of Alexander Usyk in 2026. It would be a great opportunity for him to go for the world title as an undisputed challenger, because this is a man that many had not anticipated being as successful as he has been. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. After reviewing the fight, let me know your thoughts about what we saw on the 25th. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone remain safe.